Just putting out the tweet. Gonna tell everyone we're going live. Want to get a few people in chat before I before I start the game. First team preview is a pretty important bit of analysis. I want to go over what the key Pokemon are and so forth. What I know about the teams, the way the matchup should play out. This looks like a really good matchup. Like really interesting, interactive. I'm looking into some of the concepts Wolfe is testing here for going forward into Worlds. I want to see how they play out against this, standard Gengar composition. Rajan chose like a few unorthodox secondary Pokemon, but this composition's still, really relatively standard going forward. Out of here. Okay, well, guess I'll get into it. See if people join subsequently. Gotta have content for people to show up to, so let's go. So, looking at this match, the key Pokemon here are, for Wolfe, are Volcarona, Amoonguss, and Tyranitar. And maybe Coco. I'm not sure about that, though. Volcarona is really good against Gengar-type compositions because they tend not to have a great way to hit it hard. You notice Rajan has no rock moves on his team. He doesn't have Landorus. Definitely doesn't have Scarf Landorus. You notice that he has 3 special attackers, a Clefairy, and Kartana. So 5 of his Pokemon have, decent trouble hitting Volcarona if it gets a Quiver Dance off, especially if it's next to an Amoonguss. The only one with spread moves on Rajan's, the only Pokemon with spread moves on Rajan's team is that Tapu Fini. So Rajan's going to have a really hard time hitting this Volcarona if he doesn't deal with it fast and deal with it early. So maybe Wolfe will bring Hitmontop instead of Coco. Tyranitar is really good here because it beats everything on Rajan's team except for the Fini and the Kartana. And so it looks, on the surface of it, like Wolfe has matchup. Based on how the match plays out, not entirely sure that that's precisely the case, but it is still worth noting that Wolfe seems to have matchup. For Rajan, Gengar is really good against every team because, this Gengar has Icy Wind, so it can help beat the Landorus. It traps things in, so you can trap in the Volcarona and deal with it with your Incineroar. And it just makes everything good. Kartana's really good because it beats everything on Wolfe's team except for Volcarona. So if you can go so I'm expecting to see something from Rajan like Gengar, Incineroar, Fini, Kartana, and then just try and deal with the Volcarona as soon as he can, and then Kartana through the rest of the team. That's what I kind of expect to see. So Volcarona and Kartana are the key mons to watch. See if we can speed this up a bit. Make it stop lagging a bit. Definitely be nice if it would stop lagging. Definitely be nice if it would just work. Okay, maybe we just put this at regular speed. maybe going super fast is too fast for it. We look at Rajan's face. Rajan looks confused. It's reasonable. He doesn't know much about Wolf's team. Wolf has Sub-Grandium Landorus. I don't think it comes to this game. I don't think it's important. It's threatening because it turns out it outspeeds the Kartana, it outspeeds the Feeny, it outspeeds the Incineroar. I don't know if Landorus... I think it speed ties the Thundurus, and Gengar has Icy Wind on these types of compositions. Okay, so yeah, like I said, Wolf brings Volcarona. Rajan brings Clefairy, so I guess the idea is he goes for Helping Hand Sludge Bomb on the Volcarona into Follow Me Sludge Bombing the Volcarona. I think that's like a decent plan. Helping Hand goes before Fake Out, so I can't imagine we'll see anything different from Rajan this turn. From Wolf, I'd like to see him Quiver Dance and switch into Amoonguss, or Protect and switch into Amoonguss. I think either of those would be very reasonable plays. I think they would also just like pretty much automatically win the game. Because then you get Quiver Dance up, and then you have Amoonguss, and you can sack Amoonguss to the Incineroar if Rajan switches Incineroar to deal with it. And overall, that should all be beneficial. So I expect to see Protect switch in Amoonguss from Wolf, and so maybe Rajan has to go for Helping Hand Sludge Bomb into the Amoonguss slot. It's very uncomfortable to do so. Because if Wolf just Quiver Dances, you just lose. So I would expect to see a Sludge Bomb into the Volcarona, even though Protect Switch and Amoonguss is probably optimal. Wolf also might have just not brought Amoonguss to Game 1, which I think would be a big mistake. Amoonguss is really good against Gengar teams. Yes, there's the Helping Hand. Just as expected, Hitmontop fakes out, so Wolf gets heavily punished for this play. Very, very lax play from Wolf. Gets the berry, so he's fine for now. But as far as I know, his Volcarona only has single target moves, so Flamethrower is not going to be particularly useful. Yeah, there's a Quiver Dance. Unluckily for Rajan, no poison. If he gets the poison, he's in a commanding position to just take the game pretty much immediately. It's lagging. Okay, nice. So, Volcarona. Okay. So, yeah, if you're Rajan now, I think you just go for... you can go for a couple of plays. You can go for Protect Encore on the Volcarona, hoping to catch it dancing again. I think a dance again is not entirely unreasonable. You could also just catch it flamethrowing, preventing it from dancing again. Or you could go for Follow Me Sludge Bomb, or you could go for Heal Pulse Sludge Bomb. I think Heal Pulse Sludge Bomb is the play I'd like to see the most, but Follow Me is also pretty good. I think Hitmontop's going to Helping Hand here, yeah. So Hitmontop goes for Helping Hand on the Volcarona, definitely the only way it has to do damage. Flamethrower, so Rajan went for the Heal Pulse option, now he's just hoping to tank. I think he does, because he's bulky. Oh, he's not bulky Gengar, so he doesn't tank. So, bad misplay. Yeah, so Rajan went for the Heal Pulse route, but he should have known that. He should have, attempted to consider the options Wolf had. I think Protect Encore there would have been pretty safe, so that covers... So what does Protect Encore do? So Protect Encore scouts out for... the only thing Protect Encore doesn't cover is Helping Hand Flamethrower the Clefairy, which I don't think you do at this point in the game when you don't understand how Clef Gengar works. So, playing Clef Gengar is like a learning experience. You're like, oh yeah, we target down the thing that's not Clefairy, and then it's like, haha, Clefairy, makes us survive the attack, and then I Heal Pulse, and then, everything goes wrong for you. And then I Protect Encore, and then you keep forgetting that you're supposed to target down the thing. You keep thinking, oh, I'm supposed to target down the thing next to Clefairy, and Clefairy gets to do what it wants then. Wolf, circumvents this by getting the Helping Hand +1 Flamethrower, which gets the knockout, as opposed to... yeah, he doesn't have Encore. You're right. He has Protect. So Encore doesn't work, so the only thing he could do there is Follow Me. That's fair. I would have liked to see an Encore, but he just didn't have it. Then, yeah, it should have been like something... I guess it should have been Follow Me. But maybe 2 Sludge Bombs wouldn't have KO'd. This game looks like it's very solidly in Wolf's favor. So something here like... We've seen Heal Pulse, Helping Hand, Follow Me, so I expect to see him on top switch out and Volcarona Protect or Volcarona Quiver Dance again. So him on top switching out into Amoonguss, but Wolf doesn't have Amoonguss, so him on top switches out into... No, him on top just has Eject button, so I think you just go for something like a Helping Hand Giga Drain or a Helping Hand Flamethrower into the Clefairy. Okay, come on, game. Step it up. Ugh, quality on this is terrible. Okay, so Clefairy protects, Volcarona Giga Drains the Feeny, Wolf's making correct plays. This game should just be over now. I don't think there's anything Rajan can do. So what Wolf recognized this turn is Clefairy can't do anything. So Rajan thought he would be, oh, Wolf will be scared of the Heal Pulse, but Heal Pulse, and I guess Heal Pulse would have been good here, but given that Helping Hand Giga Drain activated the berry, then there was pretty much no way for Rajan to really overpower Wolf this turn. Now you just go for Helping Hand Flamethrower on the Clefairy. I don't think Feeny is a threat. Oh, he went for Wide Guard. That's also strong. Prevents Muddy Water. Come on. Come on. Rajan here just goes for Heal Pulse. Doesn't switch out. Not sure I like that. I kind of would like to see him switch out and into Incineroar and Moonblast the Hitmontop. Because Feeny doesn't beat Volcarona anymore. Come on, Twitch. Come on. Okay, Wide Guard protects. Clefairy Follow Me's. So Rajan's thinking there's going to be a Giga Drain here, but there should be a Flamethrower. Yeah. This is just really poorly played from Rajan, but like starting with that turn 2, there wasn't much. Yeah, no, I don't get that Follow Me if he's just going to go for the Moonblast. So Rajan, correctly avoids the Wide Guard. Well done. But the Follow Me just feels wrong there. I feel like you take the Giga Drain, so you definitely Heal Pulse instead of Follow Me if you're going for something that if you're keeping Clefairy in there. Helping Hand Giga Drain to neutral Feeny did roughly 80% with Friend Guard up. So that means that Giga Drain, Helping Hand +1 Giga Drain to Feeny with Friend Guard, to neutral Feeny with Friend Guard, did roughly 80-85%. So Feeny, so if Wolf goes for Helping Hand Giga Drain, Feeny's at +1, Feeny takes the Giga Drain, and then you Heal Pulse back up, which I think is optimal, but also Wolf's definitely going for Flamethrower there. So I think just getting Heal Pulse off is just better. Trantar's scary. Trantar is probably faster than Feeny because it's Mega. It's Mega because it's the only Mega on the team. So now you just go for something like Rock Slide, Giga Drain the Feeny, and you should be in a really good position if you're Wolf. I don't think Rajan can come back from this. The first couple of plays were just so bad. So yeah, I think Rajan realizes this, and now he's entered his strategy, which is I'm going to timer stall as long as possible to get as much time to think about the next game, while Wolf is still somewhat thinking about the game at hand. Which is a good strategy, because oftentimes when you're playing a game, it's hard to think about the next game at the same time. And so Rajan's pretending like, oh, I have a way back into this game, I have things I can do. But instead he's just taking his time to prepare for next game. And just kind of clicking buttons. I really don't think there's anything he can do here. Except for go back into team preview. Yeah, so the big problem here was Clefairy sucked. It didn't do enough. Yeah, so he just goes for Helping Hand, Muddy Water, sure, whatever. Wolf Quiver Dances, I don't like that. I think you just Giga Drain here. But I guess he didn't want it to be Follow Me. Yeah, sure, whatever. There's no way you get knocked out by Helping Hand Muddy Water. Unless maybe I'm crazy. Okay, then yeah, okay. Quiver is fine. No. Giga Drain's just better. Um, Giga Drain's just better, but I think you go Giga Drain Crunch. Um, I think you can go Giga Drain Crunch because if Rajan goes for, um, you can also just double protect here as Wolf, but I don't think there's a good enough reason to because Incineroar could still switch in. But yeah, I think Giga Drain Crunch is fine because that covers for Helping Hand really hard. Because if Rajan goes for Helping Hand, then Giga Drain Crunch knocks out. Almost certain. No, because there's no Helping Hand boost. Yeah, I like the Quiver there. Quiver's good. Lets you take the Helping Hand Muddy Water. Rajan probably should have gone for Muddy Water, but I don't think he thinks he's in this game. You can tell because he's not. Yeah, so there's Kartana. It might have been smarter for Rajan to forfeit, so Wolf didn't get to see. No, you know Rajan's bringing Kartana here. I don't think forfeiting would have been necessary. Feeny protects. Wolf should go for Flamethrower or Rock Slide here. I would question this play from Rajan, but it doesn't matter at all. Like, there's nothing to do, so literally any play Rajan makes is questionable. I think it still would have been better to go for Protect Muddy Water, get an accuracy drop on the Volcarona, dodge all the attacks, but it really didn't matter. Okay. Come on, stream. Be nice to me. Okay. So yeah, game one, pretty free from Wolf once he goes through the first couple of turns. The really key turn was when Wolf got that Helping Hand Flamethrower on the Gengar, knocked it out for free. Once that happened, there was very little Rajan could do to come back because he just didn't have tools to hit the Volcarona. So, bad on Rajan for not knowing Hitmontop gets Helping Hand and being prepared for it, but it's easy to forget that. Okay. So, let's go here. Okay. So nice. We caught Team Preview. Okay. So what's the adjustment? So the adjustment is Rajan should bring Incineroar. I guess the lead is okay. I would have liked to see maybe a Feeny lead. I think I would like Feeny, Incineroar, Kartana. But I think dropping Feeny for Incineroar would be pretty smart. Feeny didn't do too much last game because Volcarona has Giga Drain. Feeny can't really touch the Volcarona. Volcarona can touch it. Feeny can't really do much to the Tyranitar. You saw +1 Helping Hand Moonblast, not KO it. So Feeny is not smart to bring here, and so you rely on Kartana a lot more heavily. Clef Gengar is fine because you just go Sludge Bomb. You go Helping Hand Sludge Bomb into switch in Incineroar like you're supposed to in Game 1, but you didn't have Incineroar. Yeah, this is fine. For Wolf, I think you bring Amoonguss and you make the Amoonguss play turn 1 like I said you were supposed to. Protect Amoonguss seems so very strong that I can't come up with a reason not to make that play. Because you get your Volcarona up to +2 before it takes any damage. So then you have +2. Yes, there's the Amoonguss play. So I'm guessing now Wolf knows. He faked out Clefairy Game 1, Turn 1 to prevent Encore. But now Wolf knows it doesn't have Encore. Doesn't switch in Amoonguss, switches in Tyranitar. I guess that's fine. But Rajan switches in Incineroar Turn 1. I also like that. You intimidate the Hitmontop. You didn't really need the Helping Hand on the Sludge Bomb. Helping Hand Sludge Bomb activates Berry. You don't want to activate Berry. You want to leave it just outside of Berry range, so Incineroar's Flare Blitz KOs. So that's really good from Rajan. The Incineroar switch on Clefairy there is really good. Sand damage might do Rajan in. The opposing Gengar used Sludge Bomb on the Volcarona. Poison. So if Rajan got this in Game 1, that would have been really good. Here in Game 2, he wanted to leave Volcarona just outside of berry range, and that puts Volcarona into berry range, so that's not that great for Rajan. But Sandstorm wouldn't have put it... actually, it's fine, because 2 turns of Sandstorm would have put it into berry range, because berry range is around 40 HP, and Wolf takes... No, it wouldn't have been in berry range after a turn of Protect. So maybe the poison hurt him, but I think the poison, you want it overall, even if it's kind of gross for that 1 turn thing. Okay, now what? So Incineroar has Fake Out, but I don't think +1 Flamethrower is scary enough. What I might do here is so Wolf has like a couple of plays. Wolf can protect Volcarona and Rock Slide. Wolf can Flamethrower and Rock Slide. Wolf can Quiver and Rock Slide. Wolf can Giga Drain the Incineroar and Rock Slide. Very few of those sound good. Tyranitar always Rock Slides here, I think. You could Dragon Dance. You could. Tyranitar's -1. Oh, you could Crunch. I don't dislike the sound of crunching here. Okay. So Tyranitar can either Rock Slide or Crunch, and Volcarona can pretty much Flamethrower the Gengar or Protect. Okay. If Volcarona protects, Rajan gets fucked up by going Fake Out into Volcarona Crunch. Volcarona doesn't protect, Rajan gets fucked up by going Fake Out into Tyranitar Sludge. If Volcarona doesn't protect, Rajan gets fucked up by going Fake Out into Tyranitar or switch into Feeny. There's no Feeny. There has to be Kartana in the back. So Rajan needs to beat the Volcarona with his Incineroar and his Gengar. So the play here from Rajan should be... I kind of want to see him Fake Out Tyranitar and switch in Clefairy. But Rajan could also switch Incineroar into Kartana and protect Gengar. Those are the kind of plays I'm thinking about here, because I want to take out the Tyranitar. Tyranitar is so threatening to this type of team. So you need to get the Kartana in as fast as possible, or the Clefairy to redirect the Crunch. Volcarona is going to start taking chip damage. Okay, so if I'm Rajan, I kind of want to... From Rajan, I kind of want to see him go switch into Clefairy, protect. I think that's a bit too hard to punish. It's too risky to punish it if you're Wolf. Because you can go switch into Clefairy, protect, and then you can go protect Clefairy, switch in Incineroar, and then Tyranitar's at -2, and Volcarona's taken 2 turns of Sand and 2 turns of Poison, then you can Fake Out the Volcarona. I think that's like the game plan, is to just chip the Volcarona out, and I think you do that by switching Incineroar into Clefairy and protecting Gengar here. I think that's really safe. I guess Wolf Dragon Dance is on that, but I'm not I guess if Tyranitar has Dragon Dance, I guess you want to see it go for it here. I don't think you're scared of Low Kick. Incineroar doesn't run Low Kick. So I would expect, I think I want to see Flamethrower into the Gengar Dragon Dance. I think that's what I want to see. But I would accept... Okay, so Rajan doesn't switch out into Clefairy. That's reasonable. He's probably going for a Fake Out on the Tyranitar. Maybe he thinks his Gengar is bulky enough to take a +1 Flamethrower if you ignore the Friend Guard and Helping Hand calcs. Maybe Rajan goes Protect U-Turn. Ooh, I would like Protect U-Turn. It's frozen. Pause it. Let it buffer a bit. This is a very interesting play. I think this turn has a lot of options. There's the Protect, so I'm not sure I like the protect. Rajan fakes out the Tyranitar, Sludge Bombs the Moth. Icy Winds. What? Okay, he wants to Icy Wind into Sludge Bomb on the Moth. I guess that's fine. That did a ton of damage. Is that crit? No, it's just a ton of damage. Okay. Where's my mouse? There you are. Okay. So what does this say about where Rajan was? What does this say about where Wolfe was? So I really dislike Rajan not switching into Clefairy, but I guess his idea was I want to make sure Tyranitar doesn't get boosted. So he has the read on the Volcarona Protect, which I think is fair. I don't think Volcarona should have protected there. I think that was very greedy from Wolfe. I think Wolfe's looking at that position saying, aha, I can, like, Rajan's going to fake out the Volcarona. He wants the chip damage because he's trying to chip it out. But I don't think it makes sense to look at that position and say, but I can't, but I like, if Rajan fakes out the Volcarona, then your crunch KOs the Gengar. Like, the only play you're covering with the play you made there is, like, Gengar switching out, Incineroar faking out the Volcarona, and if you're scared of that, I think you just cover it for that by Dragon Dancing as opposed to crunching. And then setting up Tyranitar as the win condition, and deciding that you're going to have him on top to beat Kartana in the back, because, like, your Volcarona is not going to survive long enough to take out Kartana. So, like, since your Volcarona is not going to survive long enough to take out Kartana, you need to be setting up your T-Tar and or pushing damage. And so I think this Protect is really, really bad from Wolfe. It's just really bad from Wolfe. It says, like, it goes in too hard on a read that he doesn't have a good enough reason to make. Like, Rajan could very easily... Okay, hold on. Twitch is kind of glitching out. So, so I'm going to pause the stream as fast as I can. Pause. Okay. Be paused. Great. I'm going to look at you, the viewers. Okay. So, I've learned a lot in recent days by playing a couple best of threes about how to throw games you've already won. The way to throw games you've already won is to decide that you're in such a good position that you don't need to make good plays. So you're like, oh, I took out, my opponent's Metagross turn 1. I can refuse to read them every other turn of the game because I have such an advantage. That's how you lose games, because you don't have enough of an advantage to make the wrong play every single turn of the game. In this position, Wolfe's like, oh, I need to protect my Volcarona. It's really good in this matchup. But he doesn't, like, think about, okay, what will my Volcarona's HP be at if, I miss this if I miss the read, and then, Rajan can protect next turn, and also his Gengar hasn't been KO'd. I don't think Wolfe, like, really properly considered what he needs to be doing here, and I think what he needs to be doing is saying, okay, Moth is a shit show. I can't use Moth to beat Kartana anymore. The poison's too much. I'm going to set up my Tyranitar, and I'm going to use my Volcarona's damage as leverage to set up the Tyranitar. Like, oh, you won't let me set up the Tyranitar? You have no Gengar. The slight damage modifiers by Friend Guard versus Helping Hand. Wolfe doesn't know whether whether Flamethrower will fail to KO, but also, even if it does, there's Sand Chip. So he did 100% to a Gengar. After 2 turns of Sand, maybe 3 turns of Sand, that Flamethrower will KO, so it might put Gengar to chip range next turn, which will allow you to more safely set up with Tyranitar next turn. Safely set up with Tyranitar and, like, predict plays and stuff like that. I think this Protect from Wolfe here is very not good. Very not good, especially, like, when you compare it to how he was playing earlier. What's up, Roll? How you doing? You want to get on stream? Could use another voice. I tend to get too stuck into my own thought processes. From Rajan, I think his play was acceptable. I'm not sure how I feel about the Icy Wind. I understand it. I'm not the hugest fan. I guess the idea is like, oh, I have no better play on this read that Volcarona will protect. And so it's like definitely the best punish for Volcarona protecting. but it doesn't cover much else. So I guess his idea is, yeah, that's what I thought. Thanks for watching when it's so late. So I guess his thought process was like, I want to punish this read as hard as possible. And I guess that's fair. I think there were ways to punish it that were better. And it also covers for Volcarona flamethrowing if your Gengar tanks. So, like, I guess it's okay. Cool. So now what? Wolf should just flamethrow the Gengar and Dragon Dance if he has it. Rajan should go for Flare Blitz on the Volcarona to knock it out and hope he doesn't get flinched. And I think Gengar should switch into Clefairy. Or Protect. Oh yeah, and Wolf also burned his Protect. Like, there's 0% chance Rajan ever goes for Flare Blitz there. And, like, that was such a bad Protect. Yeah, Rajan just goes Protect Gengar. I would have liked to see Clefairy switch in, but... so bad. Trying to Rock Slides. So he doesn't have Dragon Dance. You Dragon Dance here if you have it, or I guess he wants the flinch, but that's just so greedy. Did a ton of damage. Okay, it doesn't get the flinch. I never saw... I don't know if it has Dragon Dance, so I'm just, like, making assumptions. But if you're running Mega T-Tar with no HP investment, that's 175. Is literally 0 HP investment. That feels wrong. Should have 4 at least, right? Maybe it's all in special defense? But yeah, that Protect last turn was just so bad for Wolf. Now he has nothing. I guess you don't Dragon Dance because you're already at -1 speed, but... Oh, and Rajan gets the Sand Chip into the Berry activation. Poison, Berry, everything's going right for Rajan this game. Oh, and Wolf playing poorly. I'm only calling out Wolf for playing this poorly because, like, he should know better. Like, he's better than this. Yeah, sorry about this, guys. I have a bunch of dice on my desk. Okay, I don't know what Wolf brings in. Hitmontop kind of sucks, but you might have to. Yeah, so there's the top. Rajan should just double switch. Well, no. So here's where the question of can Rajan throw comes in. So the only way you throw is sacking your Kartana. So you really don't want to, for example, switch your Kartana into the Incineroar slot. The question is it safe to switch your Kartana into the Gengar slot, and can you throw by doing so? So if I'm Wolf here, I honestly do kind of want to close combat the Gengar slot. I think that's the only way to win this game. But the thing is, like, if Rajan thinks that that's Wolf's only way to win this game and doesn't switch Kartana in, and it turns out to be, like, wrong not to switch Kartana in, he can lose if Wolf gets a Dragon Dance or 2 up here. I think what I want to do as Rajan is I want to switch Incineroar into Clefairy and Sludge Bomb the Hitmontop. He has Kartana in the back with Substitute, so your game plan is to just get Kartana, Incineroar in on the field at the same time. Nothing beats Kartana on Wolf's team, so you just fake out, sub, get your sub up, win the game. So I think switching in Clefairy, Sludge Bombing the Hitmontop, get rid of the Hitmontop, make sure Wolf can't do any fake out shenanigans. Maybe it's eject button, who cares? That's what I would do. I don't know if Wolf's fighting Z. I think I would want to fighting Z the Gengar even. Just, hope Rajan chokes. I think Kartana switching on the Gengar slot is exceedingly reasonable. And so I would want to just say, that's my read, that's my punish, deal with it. If you can deal with it, you win, because you're in such a good position, but don't think you can. Or at least I don't think Wolf has a better chance of winning this game than making that play. So this game 2 is not particularly enlightening. Like, Rajan got the So like Wolfe made a really, really big choke, and Rajan got a pretty nice poison. Yeah, so Wolfe's, thinking about this turn. It's a hard turn. You gotta know if you, like, really want to make the play. There's the Gengar switch, Rajan, no! Oh, okay. Gengar goes into Clefairy. What? Oh, no, what? Chat, could you explain this play to me? I don't understand. I don't get this. I'm confused. I told Rajan to run Slow Incineroar, but Slow Incineroar is hurting him here because he's... Yeah, so this is another play Wolfe can go for. He can go for Wide Guard Dragon Dance, prevents the Icy Wind. And so Rajan here went for U-turn and switch into Clefairy, which is fine. So I guess Wolfe said, like, my best way to win is if I get a bunch of Dragon Dances up on this Tyranitar. I really think Rajan should have just hard switched out the Incineroar into Clefairy and Sledge Bombed. I think that would have been fine. Tyranitar's not going to get fast very quickly. You get to bring in your Incineroar, and you just manipulate your board such that you get Incineroar and Kartana out on the field at the same time. It's not like too hard to do that. I think there's a decent chance that Incineroar could have been knocked out by the Rock Slide, and if it had been, Rajan would have just won. So yeah, this play is fine. This play is really good for Rajan. It covers for a bunch of stuff. U-turn out is nice because no, it doesn't cover for fake out Dragon Dance. Fake out Dragon Dance would actually be kind of scary in this position. But Clef Kartana should just win the game anyway. Okay, come on. Come on. Tired of this. Okay, so now Hitmontop has to switch out. Tyranitar has to protect. Rajan should go for sub and follow me 100% of the time. Yeah, that's just correct. Sub follow me always wins here. Yep, so there's a Hitmontop switch out. There's a Landorus. Okay. Yeah, so Wolfe knows that it's strong because it's faster than Kartana. Tyranitar protects. Okay, yeah. Yep. If Wolfe didn't protect there, he really wouldn't have had much else to do. Okay, come on. Come on, Twitch. Be friends with me. Yeah, we were expecting to protect. Kartana subs. Clef went for follow me. Yeah, okay. So here, Rajan can just go Helping Hand, Leaf Blade, or Helping Hand, Leaf Blade, Landorus, Follow Me, Leaf Blade, the Tyranitar. I like Follow Me, Leaf Blade, the Tyranitar. I think that's just correct. Even though Hitmontop's supposed to switch in, it's just Follow Me, Leaf Blade, the Tyranitar. Hitmontop switches in, Hitmontop takes Leaf Blade, you send a Gengar, you Icy Wind, Leaf Blade, the game's over. This Tyranitar is at neutral, but like, even though Landorus is the threat, your Gengar deals with it better than your Kartana. I think this game should just be over. Even if Rajan knows it's Ground Z, so even if Wolfe Ground Z's the Clefairy and knocks it out, and gets a double protect, Gengar comes in, you Leaf Blade the Hitmontop, the Icy Wind. You have to hit an Icy Wind, I think, with my line of play. I think that's the only bad thing that can be said about it. Z fighting crunch on what, Cams? Like, switching U-turn and switch into Clefairy covers, like, all of that shit, because you get Clef Kartana in safely pretty much no matter what. It's lagging out. Okay, nice. We're back. We're back. Yeah, so here you should just follow me, Leaf Blade the Tarantar. I don't think anything goes wrong if you do that. Game should just be over. Tarantar switches out, that's fine. Him on top switches in, that's fine. You could go for Helping Hand, but I think just like follow meing is just better. Covers for Wolf. Okay, he went for Helping Hand. I think follow me is better. This could be Helping Hand, Leaf Blade into Landorus. I think follow me covers for Wolf not using the Z move and wins you the game. If Wolf doesn't use the Z move. If Wolf does use the Z move, you're still in a very commanding position. This kind of leaves you open to, him on top, switching in. Helping Hand, Leaf Blade onto... No, you always regular Leaf Blade there. Just Leaf Blade to him on top, follow me. Stay behind the sub is better. If you stay behind the sub, there's nothing Wolf can do about it. Like, Wolf does have sub on Lando Eye, but I don't think that matters too much in this position because it only has single target moves, and Gengar plus Gengar and Kartana are both positive against it, so you have to... Yeah, once Kartana gets to +1, you should just win. Tarantar comes in. 24, 35. We'll just go to 25, 19. We'll see if this thing will ever decide to load. He's not Z. What are you talking about? Oh, Z fighting the Kartana wouldn't KO past Friend Guard? What? I think it would. Yeah, good idea. Rajan seems to have taken out the slower to 480. Rajan seems to have taken out the Tyranitar, so he just kind of went follow me, hit the Tyranitar, and then he said, I'll hit this Icy Wind. Which is, a good game plan. He doesn't even need to hit an Icy Wind. You just follow me, take out the Tyranitar. Maybe Wolf missed a double protect or something. No, he just went sub-attack. But yeah, so the really big misplay this game. Okay, come on. Let's lower these settings even further. This quality, the stream is about to get really poor quality, man. We're gonna be in the dumps here. 360p. Let's go. Okay, so the big misplay this game was when Wolf protected with Volcarona. I think not only was it a bad read, it was a bad play. So, like, you could just say, oh, Rajan read Wolf, but I don't think it was a read. I think it was just a mistake on Wolf's end. Oh, Wolf's eject button? Okay, I didn't know that. I thought his him on top was fighting Z. Shrug. I heard fighting Z. Okay, come on, stream. Okay, pause. Cool. So, adjustments going into game 3. Wolf was supposed to bring Amoonguss game 1 and 2, and he didn't, and I told him to, and he didn't, and now he has it. Cool. Amoonguss is really good against Gengar teams. Amoonguss beats Gengar teams pretty much single-handedly because the only Pokemon they have to hit it is Incineroar, and Incineroar is not that... It doesn't really love hitting Amoonguss, especially if the Amoonguss is Aka Berry. I know Wolf's is Payapa Berry, I believe, but it's still... Gengar teams still suffer from being able to hit Amoonguss, and so putting Amoonguss next to the Volcarona is just really strong. I kind of would have liked to have seen Hitmontop Volcarona protect Hitmontop switch in Amoonguss, but this way you can just make sure that Rajan can't call the Amoonguss switch in, and you just double protect turn 1 instead of protect switch in. So I think this is fine, as long as you're willing to double protect turn 1. I don't think there's a good enough reason not to. You threaten Spores. You could go Volcarona, protect, Amoonguss, switch into him on top, but I don't think that's good. I think you just double protect. Or you could Quiver Dance Spore. Hold on. Okay, can you Quiver Dance Spore here? Let's pause and analyze that. So Wolf does go for the double protect, but can you Quiver Dance Spore? If you Quiver Dance Spore, you might take too much damage on your Volcarona, but I'm not sure having Volcarona at +1/+1/+1. Yeah, no, you just want to protect because you don't want silly things to happen. I might want to just Quiver Dance protect. Okay, Rajan goes Icy Wind. Wants to prevent the speed. That's really smart. Oh, and it's Taunt Incineroar. Okay, that's real bad for Wolf. I forgot about this. This is really important. So most Gengar teams tend not to have Taunt on them. Most Gengar teams struggle to fit Taunt on them. Rajan has found Taunt. Okay, so what happens now? So Rajan has a pretty big advantage here. I don't think there's any good reason not to just make the exact same play again. Icy Winding is fine. Taunting is fine. Making sure the Volcarona, because if you Icy Wind the Volcarona, it'll be slow, then you Sludge Bomb, it'll be at roughly like 60%, and then you Flare Blitz it, and then Kartana should just win. So I think that you just Icy Wind Taunt again here. If I'm Wolf, I think you need to Quiver Dance and double protect with Amoonguss to even have a chance of staying in this game. The Incineroar is just so overpowering. Yeah, so Rajan should just make the same play here. There's the Icy Wind. Does a ton of damage. What is that? Okay, it's a critical hit is what it is. So Volcarona takes 15 from this. Volcarona dances. Yep. I don't like Wolf not going for the double protect. I think it's your only out here. Yeah. So Rajan just makes the same play. It was the correct play turn 1. It was the correct play turn 2. What does Wolf do? I think you protect Volcarona and try and just put some chip damage into the Incineroar and bait out Gengar's protect. I think Gengar kind of wants to protect here, and Incineroar wants to Flare Blitz the Volcarona, so I think you just protect and put some chip into the Incineroar because it's efficient to do so, and you bait out the protect. Yep, so there's the protect. Gengar Sludge Bombs, the Volcarona. Incineroar Flare Blitzes, the Volcarona. Yep, that was always Rajan's play because Volcarona is at neutral speed. Clear Smog goes into the Incineroar. You just make the same play again. I know Rajan likes to run bulky Incineroar, so we might get punished for that here. But I think you just make the same play again. There's nothing to be gained from not doing that. Sludge Bomb. Flamethrower. Doesn't knock out. So now we know. But it would have knocked out. It would have knocked out in game 2. So that was a massive misplay on Wolf's end, game 2. Okay, so Rajan should just win now. You just want to sacrifice your Gengar. Okay, here Wolf could have gone for Clear Smog into the Gengar slot. I think the additional chip on Gengar is more likely to matter. Yeah, knockoff's not that great right now. But this Clear Smog going into Gengar might have been better. He probably should have done that last turn as well, because the extra chip, could just mean the difference. Okay, here if I'm Rajan, I want to switch Gengar into Clefairy and Flare Blitz the Amoonguss just to take Amoonguss out. Taunt still up. But I also could just Icy Wind. Icy Wind and Flare Blitz doesn't sound bad. If I Icy Wind... Hold up. If I Icy Wind pause. Pause. So if I Icy Wind, Tarantar is never faster than Kartana. Even if Kartana's -1, Sacred Sword should KO it. The problem is Hitmontop getting in at the same time as Kartana. Gengar gets knocked out due to a turn of sand here. But if Wolf goes for Dragon Dance, you can just U-turn out Incineroar into Kartana. So here, if you're Rajan, no, you go for Icy Wind Flare Blitz here, always. No, you Icy Wind U-turn. Okay, so Wolf can go Protect Clear Smog. Loses heavily to Flare Blitz. No, it doesn't. Sorry, guys, I'm kind of tired. This is a tough position. So Rajan needs his Kartana to win the game. You want to chip the Tyranitar because you want to chip the Tyranitar because if you don't chip the Tyranitar, Sacred Sword might not KO Mega Tyranitar. I don't know my calcs, but you know it's a very special. You think it's pretty bulky because of the Helping Hand Moonblast calc. So you want Sacred Sword, especially -1 Sacred Sword to KO this Landorus, this Tyranitar. Okay, so what do? So you want to U-turn the Tyranitar. The question is, does Sludge Bomb KO Amoonguss? You don't know what its item is, you haven't figured it out yet, you haven't seen if it's wiki, it hasn't showed up yet. Sludge Bomb, so Icy Wind, base power is 55, then you multiply that by 2, which is 110, then you multiply that by 3/4, which is 75 plus 7.5, which is 82.5, so an 82.5 base power move. No, so it's 82.5 base power, and then it crits, so that's 123.75 base power move on Amoonguss. Did significantly less than 50%, so Sludge Bomb doesn't KO. So if you Flare Blitz Amoonguss right here, and you don't get, so I think Flare Blitz Icy Wind should be fine. I think that's what I would go for, and if I'm Wolf, I think if I know that, I think I just Dragon Dance, Clear Smog. I don't think Taunt's worn off. No, you could Rock Slide, flinch the Incineroar, or just KO it. Okay, so Rajan withdraws Gengar into Clefairy, wants to take the Rock Slide, and Flare Blitz the Amoonguss. Doesn't. He wants to go into Kartana and catch. Okay, yeah, so he switches Kartana in. Fine. So he wants to catch Wolf protecting with Tyranitar. He wants to catch Wolf Rock Sliding with Tyranitar. That's what he wants to catch. Because if Wolf Rock Slides with Tyranitar here, Rajan just gets a sub up, even if he's -1. And he gets a sub up, he switches in Incineroar, and even if he's -1 on his Kartana, because Hitmontop switches in, Rajan should just win. Okay, so Rajan catches a Dragon Dance. This is why I kind of would have liked to see the Icy Wind to cover for precisely this play. Oh, and Wolf Spores. Okay, so Taunt had worn off on Amoonguss. I didn't know that. Wolf Spore the Gengar slot. Interesting. When Gengar was about to get knocked out by Sand. So he thought Rajan wanted to preserve it. Why would Rajan want to preserve it? I guess Spore is pretty much just as good as Clear Smogging the Gengar, and it deals with Rajan switching it into Clefairy, I guess. Clear Smog isn't getting you much mileage there. Rage Powder isn't either. So I guess Spore is the best way to do damage. What do you do this turn? If I'm Rajan, I want to switch in Incineroar and substitute. I think that's just fine. You know, force Wolf to start Rock Sliding, make him make bad plays. Kartana should just win this game. You could also just hard sub because Clefairy has Friend Guard. But I kind of want to switch in Incineroar. Yeah, so there's the Hitmontop switch from Wolf. Amoonguss was doing absolutely nothing there. And so your idea is that -1 Sacred Sword doesn't KO Tarantar. I think you're right. Rajan just goes for a move with Clefairy. That's fine. Tarantar crunches the Kartana. And Rajan goes for sub because he's greedy. And also because it's probably the correct play to go for. I think leaving Clefairy in there was fine. I kind of would have liked to see a Tarantar switch in. Force Wolf to like fake it out or something. Then switching Clefairy next turn. But I guess Rajan, by doing this, covers for Wolf, potentially sporing the Clefairy slot, which could have been a nice read. No, that never happens. I kind of would like to see Intimidate cycling. Wolf doesn't really want to click Rock Slide here. Gets the defense drop. That's kind of scary. Oh, and Rajan just goes for the Sacred Sword. He thinks it KOs, but it doesn't KO -1. Need a ton of chip, actually. Mega Tarantar is really bulky. So now Rajan needs to switch out his Kartana. It's in a really bad position. It's in KO range from Crunch. The defense drop really sucked, but Fake Out Crunch would have been scary as well. So I think Kartana goes into Incineroar, and Clefairy just clicks Heal Pulse, tries to, Heal Pulse would be nice. I think I expect to see Fake Out Dragon Dance from Wolf. I think that would be fine. Yeah, so there's a Kartana switch. There's the Incineroar. Wolf could go for something more aggressive, like Close Combat Dragon Dance, but I think that's just kind of silly. Come on, stream. Be nice to me. There's Clefairy's fast asleep. Yeah, so Wolf does go for Fake Out. He doesn't get greedy. I think greediness would have been fine there. Goes for Rock Slide, misses the Incineroar. I really would have liked to see a Dragon Dance there. Get your attack up to +1, because then +1 Crunch KOs Kartana if there's no Friend Guard up. So that's what I would have really liked to see. Get some damage out on this board. Rajan's safely burning Clefairy's sleep turns. Strong. Stream. There we go. Okay. Here, I want to see Rajan fake out the Tyranitar and follow me with Clefairy, I think. I kind of want to see Rajan let his Clefairy get knocked out into getting his Kartana in safely. Rajan could also go for Fake Out on the Hitmontop if he thinks it's Eject Button because he's already seen the Z move and Heal Pulse his Incineroar. I think either of those would be good plays. For Wolf, I want to see him switching to Amoonguss and Dragon Dance, I think. Yeah. Dragon Dance is pretty safe here. Protect is also fine. You don't want to take Fake Out chip. No sense in being silly. Rajan goes for something like Follow Me, and U-turns the Tyranitar. So he doesn't want to Fake Out, he just wants to get the U-turn off, thinks he'll take the Rock Slide, U-turn will get the good damage in. So smart Protect from Wolf. It worked out fine. Here I want to see Wolf go for Rage Powder Dragon Dance. I want to see Tyranitar switch into Kartana and be Heal Pulsed. No, you can't Heal Pulse here because Clefairy, because Amoonguss would redirect. So I kind of want Clefairy to switch out into Gengar. I don't know if it's the last turn of... Yeah, it's the last turn of Sand. So I want to see Incineroar go into Kartana and Clefairy go into Gengar. That's what I want. I think that would work out really, really well. And I think Wolfe needs to go for Rage Powder Dragon Dance here. I don't think he has a choice. He could Rock Slide, but Clefairy protects. Okay. Mungus Rage Powders. Tyranitar Rock Slides. So Wolfe just Rock Slid. Thinking, so I guess Rajan's idea is if I Flare Blitz the Amoonguss, then it goes away and everything's fine. I don't think that's that great of an idea. Because if Rajan instead switches Kartana into the Incineroar slot, he's not scared of anything because Wolfe can't go for Crunch there because Tyranitar was at +1 and it didn't even do half. So Kartana will be fine from a Crunch here, and then you switching Gengar, you sacrifice if Wolfe goes for another Dragon Dance, you keep your Gengar. If Wolfe doesn't, and you get to switch in Intimidate, which prevents the and Amoonguss can't switch, and then you switch in Incineroar, and then you can fake out Leaf Blade. I think that's a much better game plan. And if Wolfe does Rock Slide, then you get Incineroar in a turn earlier, and you go fake out Sub, and again, this should all, and then fake out Sub, Wolfe Protect switches in, Hitmontop, and then you switch into Clefairy, Leaf Blade, and you should just be fine. You switch into Clefairy, Detect. Yeah, no. I think this Gengar switch thing would have, this Gengar Kartana switch thing would have worked out really well. Let me just pause to buffer. Okay, so Kartana comes in. Rajan's really running out of time. What the hell? He's been taking way too much time with these plays. Heal Pulse is pretty safe here. Wolfe doesn't really want to go for something. I don't know if Heal Pulse doesn't want to go for Rage Powder. I don't know if Heal Pulse goes through Substitute. If Heal Pulse goes through Substitute, Heal Pulse is 100% the correct play here. If it doesn't, I'd like to see Clefairy double protect and Kartana sub. Okay, Wolfe switched out the Tyranitar. He wants to get the Sand to KO the Gengar. I think that's fine. Night, Mom. It is late in the Evans household. Sorry about this quality, guys. I don't know why Pokemon can't be bothered to upload this stuff onto YouTube. Yeah, so Rajan just goes for Follow Me. I guess he wants to take the Crunch. I think that's fine. Kartana subs. Yeah, it's fine. Amoonguss Spores. Yeah, so if Heal Pulse goes through sub, because Amoonguss always wants to Spore the Clefairy there. If Heal Pulse goes through sub, then you definitely want to Heal Pulse there. I don't know if it does, though. I haven't used Heal Pulse much myself. Here, I just want to... I kind of want to switch Clefairy into Gengar, because I think that Wolfe would be switching... I don't know. Actually, no, I think this is fine. Because Wolfe could just Spore the switch, or switch into Tyranitar and KO the switch with chip damage. So I think... Or Clear Smog the switch. Come on. Come on. Am I going to have to lower your quality? Okay, so it is Fighting Z. Okay. So is Fighting Z Hitmontop? This is what I had heard. Not eject button. So that means it's in Leaf Blade KO range. Rajan really needs to hurry it up with these turns. So I kind of want to see Kartana sub again here. Even though Leaf Blade would KO Hitmontop. What? Okay, sure. Let's get this trash quality going. This makes it hard to see the timer, which is kind of unfortunate because the timer ends up being really important in this match. That seems to be working a lot better. Mungus Clear Smogs. Yep, we already saw this. I think Clear Smog is fine there. Works to chip the... I think... Okay. So Rajan's on 54 seconds here. So I think here Kartana wants to sub, even though it KOs Hitmontop. Because one thing, Clefairy can wake up, and I think you heal Pulse here. But also, you just want to activate your berry at this point. Your berry is super important, and everything will KO you through your berry, so you definitely want to sub here. Even though you could knock out Tyranitar on the switch, and I think sub is just a lot better. You follow me with Clefairy to take the close combat. Yeah, sub. Fine. Okay. Oop. There's the sub. Clear Smog goes into the Clefairy. Knocks it out. So here, I know what play happens this turn. Okay, so if you're a Wolf, you have to double protect here. Because Sludge Bomb into Amoonguss or the Hitmontop switch in is too dangerous. And Leaf Blade into Tyranitar is so safe. So you double protect here 100% of the time. So I think the best punish for that from Rajan is Icy Wind in case Wolf gets cheeky, and Leaf Blade the Gengar. You could also just Sludge Bomb and Leaf Blade your own Gengar. Jesus Christ. Yeah, man, I hate it when my stream quality is terrible. Don't know what's going on with this video. So we seem to have missed some action. So we'll go back to 41-18. That sounds about right. We'll go back to 40-45. Oh no, 39-39 apparently. Yeah, so basically Wolf Leaf Blades his own Gengar. It's not an easy play to think of, but it covers for all the plays. He gets the +1 on his Kartana. If Wolf had not protected his Tyranitar and crunched the Kartana, he would have won, but if he doesn't protect his Tyranitar, if he crunches the Kartana and Rajan does literally anything else, he loses. And Wolf has the reasonable right to believe he has the chance to win on time, so Wolf doesn't go for it, and Rajan wins the game with a series of well-timed Leaf Blades. And everyone was happy. I think that's it. I think this... Hold on one second. My phone is speaking to me. I think this is going to be it for the stream. The finishing of this game is hype, but not particularly interesting. I don't think I get much out of analyzing it. Once Rajan Leaf Blades his own Gengar, which is not the most obvious play, and Rajan also has to make it within like 3 seconds. Once Rajan Leaf Blades his own Gengar, the game is just over. He's able to take the knockouts in time. The only thing that matters is time at this point, because he can KO the Hitmontop, he can KO the Tyranitar. As long as Wolf double protects Rajan knocks out his Gengar, he wins the game. Yeah. Peace out, friends.